So my question is, when's the podcast coming?
Everybody has been asking about. I honestly don't know. Just been doing a lot of brainstorming to figure out what I need to call it, the content, because actually to be the very first thing I've actually, this is the very first thing I've actually done as far as camera wise.
Okay.
But as far as the podcast, I've been watching Takeover TV, then you got the Social Goats, and it's another one you have. So I just kind of like been watching, just see how they, do their thing. I do want to be different. But it's just pretty much trying to think of a name. Yeah, so that's pretty much why.
I'm pretty sure you know what the content is gonna be. You know what I mean? I mean that's gonna be the relatively easy part, right? You know what I'm saying? I think the hard part is not getting fined or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I've heard a lot about that. Like they be having some restrictions on there. It's something like Facebook, but not as like restricted as Facebook.
Right.
So I know I have. I like to say I'm a Southern Belle thug.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna talk my shit. I'm gonna say the F-bombs. I'm gonna if that's how I feel, that's just how I feel. I get it. It's not ladylike. Whatever that is, the curse or whatever. But I'm cuss.
Okay. Because it is Eastside Cedar Grove in the house, right? Okay.
That's right.
Now, I'm sure people want me to just go and jump right into it and get to the nitty gritty. Fuck it. Why keep them waiting? Fuck it.
Why?
You have quite the following and quite the reactionary crowd on Facebook.
You think so?
I think what she gets banned like every 2 days or some shit. Is that the average that we going for? Is that the average you in Facebook jail every 2 days now?
Actually, I've been doing good.
Okay.
Actually, no, seriously. I have been out of Facebook jail and have not returned for going on 1 month.
Well, okay, 30 days, okay.
But I got, I have my twin sister.
Right, Marie. Right.
Marie.
Okay.
And sometimes she had my back.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's my twin sister.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've been doing good. I really,
Now, the first question I gotta ask you is why? Just why do you even bother with people on Facebook, like getting them riled up the way you do?
Because I be having time for it.
I
I do. Like, I just really, because when you get on Facebook, what does it say? What's the first thing that pops up?
What's on your mind?
Fucking right.
Mm-hmm.
It don't say, hey, how can I please these motherfuckers today? What the fuck they want to hear? It says, what's on your mind? So, that be the stuff that be on my mind.
Have you always had that outgoing personality where you just don't give a fuck, just gonna say whatever comes to my mind?
I have.
Okay.
But it was it was a bit suppressed. It wasn't as, like, I was gonna say she is. It wasn't like I am now, I can't admit. But, no, I take that back. For the ones that really know me, they already know. They'll tell you, see them on that, well, that's just how she is. Like, that's really how I am. It's just that, like, other people are just not seeing it. I become more vocal on social media,
okay,
so to speak. But people that know me would know, like, first it's gonna be that look. Then it's gonna be them words. You're gonna catch these words.
Okay, I got you. Now, you mentioned you had been suppressed a little bit, okay? Now,
Yeah, like, being born in the South.
Okay, Southern Belle.
Southern Belle,
Okay.
The typical, it's the Bible Belt, the Christian thing.
Right.
You gotta be, all dainty and all this other kind of stuff. So it's just like, for you to really say what's on your mind, it's like, okay, if y'all really want to know how I feel, it's gonna go against the grain, regardless. So I'll just keep it on a more personal level with the people that are in my dot, because I don't have a circle, I have a dot.
Okay.
And if I was to tell, like, I say in my case it was family. Like, hey, I heard this shit. It'd be like, oh my gosh, so to protect the people that I love and care about the most, I kind of like chilled it down. But then it was like a time in my life, I always had these questions that were never answered. It was just like, one time I was like, hey, what does this mean? Blah, 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 blah. Somebody close and near and dear to me say, just open your Bible, wherever it open it, read it, and that's for you. And I'm like, the fuck? It said this man done gave up his daughter because these angels want to fuck these dudes. Like, how? Just So, but that's the advice. That's the advice that was given to me, and it's just like, man, like no. And so, like, as I started reading more on my own, because even in the book, like, study to show thy own self-approved.
Right.
So you read it, and then they were like, you read it again, it's gonna mean something different. I'm like, all right. Then I came across that one, and all these things was allegory. I was like, here we go. So it's just like, you just start reading and read it outside of that book and like literally studying like what this word means, where it come from.
Right.
Like it's just like beam.
Right.
And I went through a period, I literally got mad, I never forget. I'm like, I tagged like every preacher I knew. I said every preacher, deacon, clergyman. I tagged like a lot of people who was in the church. I'm like, I want my money back. I'm like, I ain't gotta get 100-fold return. Just give me my shit. I want it back. And they was just like, how dare you? Da, 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 da. I'm like, dog, y'all didn't tell me about the council Nicaea. Y'all ain't tell me about none of this. What is up?
Yes,
like,
ma'am.
boom.
Yes, ma'am.
And there you go.
You know who you sound like right now? A couple of hours ago, we had Garrett Suggs come through.
Yes.
Suggs came through and he gave his testimony.
Yeah.
He gave his testimony how he had his realization that the church wasn't for him.
I don't even know why I start questioning church. I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? Like, one day I just start seeing things different. Now I'm finding out the food that we've been taught to eat is bullshit. Oh shit. So I'm not eating this no more. So it's breaking me out the box all the way, bro. Just looking in my Bible, I'm seeing all types of stuff that I've never heard before. I've never seen before. So I went to my pastor at that time with some questions. And he had no answers for me. You know what I'm saying? And that was a red flag.
Those are his exact words. Now, given that we in the Bible Belt, especially in a city like Shreveport, where people love their pastor and they love their church. You know
I love that pastor too. I love that pastor. My cash up love that pastor. Shit, Apple Pay love pastor. We all love pastors.
So it's like in a city like Shreveport, where it's where groupthink reigns supreme, especially with the church. You know what I'm saying? You don't ever worry about the backlash or anything like that.
What's that?
I mean, people go crazy behind their pastors.
They do, and they have.
Okay.
Just like, hey, you gonna let the devil use you? I'm gonna let him use me too.
Okay.
So you come at me with that energy, I'm gonna give you the same energy back.
Okay.
But yeah, there has been backlash. People done, oh my gosh, they was calling my mom, sending my mom screenshots. Oh my gosh, what's wrong with your daughter? And I did one post like, dog, y'all got one more time to call my mom. And I swear I'm gonna air this bitch out. And that meant everybody, because me growing up in the church, I didn't just grow up in a church. I was raised in the church. I'm talking about Bible, what they used to call it, Bible drill.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. We quoting scriptures like, hey, whatever. So I knew it. And I also knew the other stuff that was going on. So it's just like, hey, I was young, but I was old enough to remember it. I know what you did, sister. Yep, I know what you did, and I know your son is his son. And it ain't your hip. Like, I knew it. So they already knew off top. I'm not to be played with, but they just remember the little girls in the pigtails and the dress and the can, and just thought, okay. And that's what it was. But yeah, I get backlash, I get threats. Somebody told me the other day, be careful, because this pastor, no powerful people. I'm like, dog, his money ain't that long and his reach ain't that great. I mean, that's just what it is. Like, you, just like them, you can't be fearful in Christ. I can't be fearful in my God self. So no, I'm not worried about it. It is what it is.
Okay. Has anybody ever tried to get froggy in person though?
No.
Okay.
That's correct. No. That like, now that I think about it, nobody ever, like, they've seen me. Like, I've been out, and it's always, But ain't nobody ever, they done took pictures like, oh, she was here. Like I was, 2 weeks ago, I went to Hayes. I seen a camera flashing, but then I found out somebody actually took a picture. Like, oh, she up in here. Like, just tell me so I can pause, give you a good angle, and you can do with it. It is what it is. But nobody has ever literally physically came up in my face and approached me. I don't went to them like, hey. But when you do that, and it wasn't in an aggressive manner. It's just like, what's the deal? You over there. Like, what's going on? But everybody think, I guess, I don't have a Facebook persona because that is me.
Right.
If you know me, so it's that's her Facebook persona.
Right, because that's what they're used to a lot of people doing on Facebook.
Yeah, and so then when I see people and they meet, they be like, oh shit,
that's really her.
That's really her. Like, I'm goofy as fuck. I'll be the first one to tell you. I'm goofy, I like to laugh, I like to joke, I like to impersonate people. I'm approachable, y'all. I'm approachable, okay? I'm approachable, and what you see literally is what you get, and that's the main thing I'm trying to push. But of course, because I don't follow a religion and this and that, people tend to think I'm evil, I'm a witch, all this other kind of stuff. And at the end of the day, I was like, if I leave tomorrow and I transition, which is not gonna happen. The legacy I want to leave is love, because at the end of the day, Suds, Hebrew, they got their thing, cool.
Right.
But I fucks with him.
Thanks.
Everything he come out with, literally, I be like, dog. Like, I say, I know my designers, I can call my designers, I take pride in it because he look like me, regardless of what he believe in. At the end of the day, I'm gonna rock with you, I'm gonna fuck with you, I'm gonna stand up for you, because guess what? You look like me.
Thanks.
Fuck everything else.
Thanks.
So I got Christian people on my page, like literally, Lydia Black, shout out to her. Her dad is the preacher, PK kid to the T. She loved God. Look, she can send you there. Yeah. But at the end of the day, when we got a chance to talk or whatever, she was like, I really be having to tell people, like, this girl is not crazy. She know what she's talking about. Have you tried to talk to her? Like, it's like, oh, she dumb, she ghetto. Like, that's a mindset, first of all. But she has really, like, went to bat with me, like, yeah, I'm a Christian.
Right.
And but I love her. She's like, Carl, I love you. So, and that's my thing. If people can see, at the end of the day, I got Catholics. If you're black and you're Catholic, I love you. Period. If you got a brand, a name, well, I'm gonna wear anybody's shirt, like, boom. Because that, to me, that's what it's about. It's love. And out of all these religions, the main thing they say is at the center of it. Every religion, every belief is what?
Love.
And guess who don't show it?
Christian.
Boom.
I got you.
So
is that, cause that's my next question, like, why the church? Like, why? Given what the church means to so many people, why go at that?
Why do I always go at the church?
Right.
Because the church always going at people.
Okay. Facts.
At the end of the day.
Okay.
Everything is associated. I mean, there are, what do you call them now? Ministers, priests, bishops, clergymen. What do you call them now in the pulpit? Pulpit pimps. There are guys in the pulpit now. Back in the day, you had the pastor, the deacon board, deaconess board, or whatever. These people are being CEOs of the church. That way, if you do mess up, the deacons can't kick you out. They have an advisory board. Come on now. Now you really letting us know that it's a business. And all this, like, the mental conditioning and the emotional.
Right.
It's just like.
Brainwash.
Yeah, and so one of the main things people tell me, like, I had a dude. Oh, yeah, that's that church hurt. Yo, you sitting there happy as fuck, bragging about church hurt. Like, what? Oh, yeah, that's that church hurt right there. What the?
Yeah.
You proud of that?
Yeah.
That's why you left Jesus. I'm like, no. But, okay. Like, come on. So that's mostly why. And the church people be the ones that don't know any better.
Right.
They be coming for me. Like,
right.
So
yeah, because I've seen them say some of the most fucked up shit to you, and then praise the Lord, you know what I mean?
So it's just like, you come at me but you want to control how I respond. That's not how they go.
Right.
You can't do that.
Right.
Not with no.
Right.
Mm-mm.
And see, my criticism has always been about the church is that it's no longer the house of love, like you just said, it's the business now. And especially, and I'm gonna say it on camera, like I think that church is one of the main things that's holding black people back.
Bro, I've always said,
you know what I'm saying?
the generational curses they be talking about, the generational curse to me, to my people, is Jesus. Fuck that.
There we go. Okay, there we go.
That's the generational curse, because
we
we cannot let that dude go.
Right.
No matter what.
Well, I say the Europeans' interpretation of Jesus.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because the Jesus they sold us ain't the same Jesus when you really break it down and read it in the scriptures. But see, motherfuckers don't actually read though, so you know.
They don't read.
Right.
So it's just like, all right. But yeah, I think Christianity in itself is our generational curse.
Right. I agree with you on that. Because of just the mental slavery that it endorses, where you're not supposed to question anything. You don't speak against the pastor. You don't talk against a man of God. You don't say anything.
And he never did say don't talk against. Matter of fact, it said call him out.
Right.
It said, the man said, touch not my anointing. Other than fucking him, I'm not touching him.
Okay.
So if I ain't physically put my hands on him, if I ain't been like whatever, I'm not touching him.
Right.
So, wait, that's an allegory. Okay, so wait, are we gonna take this thing literally, or are we gonna take like how you, and you can't switch it up or whatever. So it's just like,
where's the interpretation coming from? Right. I hope I'm not getting this number wrong, but the 5013, the C3.
Yeah.
Was that the taxes?
Yeah, to make them non-profit.
There we go. Right. So that they don't pay no taxes, but the stipulation is they can't speak out on certain things.
But a lot of them don't know. They don't even have to do that. They don't even have to. The government did that just specifically for them, so they can control.
Thank you.
They said they don't have to do it.
Right.
But these fucks don't know it. I'm like, the whole account, like, you don't have to do that. But you did that so what they can control stuff or whatever, and somebody, grandma didn't know nothing. It was a story, I forget, it's in there, how the government literally fooled and tricked one of the accountants in the black church and pretty much told them this is what they needed to make it sound like a good idea, like everything else. And that's pretty much what it was. And now you can't, that's why pastors don't speak against
homosexuality.
The doggone Skippy. Mm-hmm. It was a church, it was something going on in Houston where they called out they pulled their sermons to see what they was preaching about, and they had to give it to them.
Right.
But that's why, it's just like, really? But they technically, they don't have to do that.
Right, so the church, by extension, is a tool of the government now.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Now you see more, any type of government race, mayor race, sheriff race, what they have?
They go to the church. Straight
Not
to the
just
church.
the church, but they go to the what?
To the pastor.
The black church.
The black church is right. Right.
This race that they just had, I ain't seen Prater back at Peaceful Rest. I ain't seen Hatfield back at whatever churches he been there. I ain't seen the Cornett. They ain't been back to these churches, you know. And then, like, you know, when they reach out to me, because one did, you know, I straight up told them, I went to your page. I didn't see where 5 years ago you was at this church. I didn't see 3 years ago where you was hanging out with this dude, you know, your black friends or whatever. So that's what I look at, like, hey, what were you doing 3 months ago? What are they doing 3 months after the fact? Where is all your black love at now? Where's your, you know, rah, the black people? Where is that at now? Like, this stuff has been happening over and like, you know it like clockwork. Boom, you look, something's finna come up. They hugging a black baby. They in church off beat as fuck because they calcified. So they just be like, and it just be really, and they just be, oh, it's like, but we fall for it every time.
Right.
I think he's a good guy because I met him and he shook my hand.
Right.
He got rid of a speeding ticket. Like,
right. And see, I'm gonna shout out to my brother Jerome, you know, because he be on it. I don't know if you're familiar with Jerome. Yeah. That's my boy. That's my brother.
Yeah, he done hit me up a couple times.
You know what I'm saying? So Jerome had posted up pictures, you know, they having fish fries for motherfuckers.
Only thing they didn't have was the neck bone, the collar.
Right, yes, ma'am. So,
like, Really?
So in addition to the church, you also have, the politicians, which I'm gonna ask you about the politics in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
You also have the politicians who are supposed to represent us, but they in line with the same motherfuckers who don't want to let us go because we wash cars real good.
They wash my cars. Who's gonna wash my cars? Who's gonna wash my cars if you let the good ones go?
Right.
And then you had us back there just not bending it out.
Yes.
I mean, at least give me a look of.
Right.
Nope.
Right.
So it's like, bro, like.
So what do you make of all that of not just those in the church, but also elected officials who are in league with quote unquote those who don't have our best interests at heart?
They're bought. They are slaves to massa. That's basically what it is. And see, here's the thing about me, and I'm gonna say what a lot of people want to say or the thoughts they have had. Like I've had a number of people like, I've been wanting to say this, but because of there are people in these same churches literally be like, hey girl, did you know this? Like whatever. I'm gonna do my fact, whatever. But at the end of the day, like our people are seriously hurting, but they're silenced because of who pastor is or who we connection is, whatever, because they're scared because of probably something they've done in the past. Somebody probably got dirt on them or whatever. So that's why when I did a post like, hey, what if y'all preachers can like just come out and free themselves of whatever? Like, they gay. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, I cheated on the taxes, or oh, my son got arrested for selling drugs and, he got me out. Just come out with it. Because, we already know, just come out with it and don't allow this guy to hold this over your head when he done his dirt too and So it's just like, just come out with it and just whatever. But they slaves, they silence, they look at, unfortunately, money. What's the little guy, that Charles Johnson? You calling my name out in meetings. I'm getting calls like, hey,
right.
So I'm like,
right.
Like, really? Gotta do something about her, got to quiet her up. Like, why? So, and it's sad because it's like, are you really for the community? Are you really for your people? Or are you really for profit? And that's what it be about. They don't be for their people. They really be for their profit, for their pocket. So it's just like at the end of the day, if somebody can say, I'm gonna cut you a deal, give you a contract, sold.
Right.
It's sad.
You are a very political savvy person. Politics is like another love of yours. Am I correct?
Yes, you're correct.
Okay. Now, where did the love of politics come from? Where did the interest? Because most people are not interested in the whole depth of the politics. They just like, okay, I like him. Fuck it, I'm gonna vote for him. But you go a little bit deeper. Where does that come from?
I don't know. I don't know. I guess because like the governing powers that be, I was gonna be the first Black female president. And then I'm like, man. But to really just understand it and just be, I guess, seeing what's the word I'm looking for? Seeing all the trash and stuff. I'm trying not to curse. That go on. Seeing all the trashy bullshit that go on in the city or whatever, and who controls what and how things move. Sometimes you have to be like, hold up, let me go back to 8th grade.
Okay.
And let me really figure out these different systems and how they, whatever. Because, they have us so focused on the president, but we forget about the legislative and all the other kind of stuff. So you're like, well, hold up. Because sometimes you think the mayor got all the power when he don't.
Right.
Sometimes you think the president got all the power. And you're like, okay, what about these people in the house and what that means? So you just have to kind of like, be like, oh, okay. So when you kind of like take a step back, and then I like to read. And then if somebody say something, I don't know what the hell they talking about, I'll be like, hold on, wait a minute, let me go. I'll be there one to be like, I don't know what the fuck you talking about. Let me go and look at this shit. And then our laws are written up in retarded language. You have to go and like research it. And when you be like, dang. Like, me and Pastor would go and look in the Black Law book. And when you see the definition of a natural human and all these words that people use, you be like, hold up, wait, what?
Right.
The law, like what it actually really means. By law, technically by law, this is what this really means. You be like, holy shit. So it's just like, okay, so let me go back to this. And you be like, so that's why he was able to do that when he did what he did, and we weren't able to do shit about. People don't know it. And there's only so much I can put out there because, you know, I got ADHD too. I be putting paragraphs out there, so I be like, how the fuck, who finna read all this shit? Right. So you have to kind of like chop it up. Then I have to like flip it, have to add a little sauce to it, you know. Then I have to be like, okay, y'all, I'm finna be serious, right, you know. But which election was it? Something had happened, and I broke down in Shreveport why this person can't, I'll out. So I broke it down to them what it meant and how, you know, pretty much like who goes what,
right.
What, and it was just like even during that I learned something, but the most like heartbreaking thing to me was the people that be like, I know, like wait a minute, what? Like literally grown people, college degree. I mean, they CEOs, they you know,
right.
which I don't give a fuck about titles. But they were just like, what? And I was like, yeah. So I literally put up a diagram like, hey, this is what this means. This who can vote for this. This person who literally handpicks this person and put them there. It don't have to be no election for this. And they was like, wow. So this is when you see how the corruption can come in there.
Got you.
And that's just that. So it's just like, damn.
Okay, so these are the voters who are going to the ballots, but they're so uninformed.
Extremely uninformed.
Okay.
And that's also why I have another issue with the church. Because if they're supposed to be the pillar of the community, you're not even keeping your people informed, but you're telling them how to vote, but you're not telling them why.
Okay.
You're not telling them what it means. You're just saying, go there and vote number 67 because this brother ain't gonna take away your food stamps, which they have like the black face is the face of food stamps.
Exactly.
Which is not, but it is
right.
what it is, a whole nother different
right.
thing or whatever.
Right.
But your grandma ain't gonna get her Medicaid if her Medicare, you know, and that's how they do it, but they don't let them know, okay, well, that other little paragraph up on the here, like if you vote for this, then this what we get, and then that's when the little side contracts come in there. That's when these little side jobs come in there. And we be like, well, why they ain't fixing the streets? Oh, because you voted on this and they got no worry about that no more because they finna get this over there in this other community where people don't look like you did.
Right.
So it's just like, I think it's fucked up.
Okay. See, when you put it to me like that, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't vote, you know what I mean? I don't, because my thing is, I'm talking about like on a larger scale, my thing is we have been so, you know, joined at the hip with the Democratic Party that they have just taken us for granted. They don't give a fuck about us because they know we're going to turn up anyway. But, so that's my whole take on it. But when you break it down on the local level, now you're enlightening me like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
very much so, because the local, and we even need to get involved when it comes to the Senate and everything else. Like,
right.
Because locally, it affects our everyday life.
Okay.
Everyday life. Like, everyday life from schools to, you know, like what they gonna feed your kids at the schools, to what road they gonna fix, like how much money they gonna go get to this. You know, like the education system down here sucks.
Right.
And why? Because we go vote for this person because my auntie went to school with them and she ran track and he played basketball, and you know, my cousin got a baby for him, so we doing it to ourselves. So it's very important on a local. I mean, I cannot stress that enough.
Okay.
How that is important.
Now, what about the national scheme of things?
Only because you have the electoral college, and I see why that is important or whatever, but again, them motherfuckers in that house, yeah.
Okay.
Because, you know, as you see now when they say, oh, this ain't gonna ever fucking pass because the Republicans got the house,
right.
Again, that's where it even, okay, well, who did you vote for locally? And then who did they put up in there? So it's just like, on a national grand scheme of things, if the Republicans or Democrats or whoever running the house, that's where it's gonna go. I mean, look what's going on now.
Okay. So you're telling me everything just pretty much goes up from the local level. Okay, I got you.
Like I say, started from the bottom.
Okay, I got you. Now, are you aligned with any particular party, or are you independent? How does it work?
I'm just Carla. I don't like boxes. I don't like titles, and even with that, I'm just gonna sit back and just look at it or whatever, and just go with that. A lot of people, for whatever reason, think I'm Republican. I've never.
Right, I don't know where they would get that from.
Where
right.
they get that from.
Right.
But I haven't said whether I'm Democrat, Republican, Independent, Fairy. whatever.
Okay.
I've never said any of that, so I just don't. I'm not gonna check nothing on nothing that identifies anything.
Okay, I got you. Because the reason why I say that is because, you know, a lot of black folks are saying they're sitting out this coming election because of what I just said about the Democratic Party taking us for granted for so many decades, you know what I'm saying, not producing anything. And then on the flip side, the Republicans are looking at us, well, y'all gonna get blind allegiance to the other side anyway, so why the fuck should we cater to you? So now we're in a conundrum where neither side is gonna give us anything. But we've been told to vote Democrat for so long. No?
They've never. When have they ever given us anything though?
That's the point, right? Exactly.
Right. When is it like we got the 3 strikes and shit? They gave that to us too.
Right.
Stop and freeze.
Right. That was Democrat. Right.
So it's just like I'm black. I'm Democrat. Right. No.
So you can understand why some people saying they're not voting in this coming election.
No, I totally get it. I totally get it.
Gotcha.
I totally get it.
Gotcha.
Like I'm not being like, oh well, you know, like, and I used to be, because again, and people, society thinks that if you say one thing, you can't change your mind, or you being fake or whatever. No, God damn it, motherfucker, you grow every day.
Right.
If you the same person that you was 3 years ago, bitch, I don't want to be with you.
Okay.
You have to grow. Something about you has to change, unless that's really seriously fucking working for you. And you done perfected that, you became a master to it, then cool. But we are always evolving.
Right.
And people don't get that. Like, oh, well, I remember you. I went back. That's what I said. Them Facebook memories, fuck you. Man. I came across a Facebook memory. I had checked in at church.
Yeah.
Baby, I was so Kojic Baptist.
Yes.
Pentecostal.
I saw those pictures of matter of fact, you know what I mean? That's why I had to ask you, like, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck was your role in Damascus moment, you know what I mean?
Bro. I was.
Yeah, I saw
I was
that.
like,
You know
what the
that?
fuck?
You know what I'm
But
saying?
that's just how deep. I was in it deep. I was in it so deep one time, true story. Woo. I was in it so deep one time. I was working oil and gas industry. It was all fucked up.
Okay.
And I got laid off. So I go from making this amount of money a week to these people trying to tell me they finna give me $400 a week.
Right,
like,
right,
wait, what?
right.
And so you used to, you know, whatever. I was like, but I was single, whatever, and met a guy. He came through. It is what it is. I blessed him. And what's something that, I got a fucking notice. Like, we tried to take money out your account to pay your rent, but it ain't go through. And you owe us late fees. I'm like, what the
Yeah.
like what? So I didn't call in and stuff like I was. No. It was a hold on the unemployment, and I didn't get it when I thought I was supposed to get it. Just like these people waiting on this refund.
Right.
And I was like, I shouldn't have fucked him, dog. I'm like, Jesus, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Lord. Oh shit, I shouldn't have put it down. I'm sitting here fornicating and shit. And now my rent ain't even paid and shit, dog. Like, what the fuck, dog? I shouldn't have fucked him. I'm on TV. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm getting ready to order Peter pop off water. Peter, God has forsaken me. Bring me the water. I was just like, what the? Damn. And I've never been one. I don't like, you know, if you talk to dudes, country, to probably be like, I'll help, girl, I'll help you, whatever, because that's another different story. I was like, no. I'm waiting on the Lord.
Right.
Shit. I'm like, hey.
So, babe, you were all the way into it, baby.
No, I was like, I knew I shouldn't have fucked him. I knew it. My flesh got the best of me, Jesus. Go, hallelujah. Man, my homegirl talking about, bitch. That Bible say he knew you before you was born. He knew fuck that motherfucker.
Exactly, straight up.
Fuck that, he knew you. I was like, bitch, you know what? But I was still like, Peter, pop off. Fuck what she talking about? Bring the water. Yeah, I had to call up and be like, hey, so Walmart to
Straight
Walmart.
up, straight up. One thing I love about you is you are pro-black to the core, man. You are B1 all the way. You know what I mean?
Charlie.
Even with the shirt you're rocking right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, shout out to my boy Todd. What is it, baby?
It's official apparel.
Yeah, it's official apparel.
Okay.
I rocks with him.
Okay, he got an Instagram you want to shout out? Does he have an Instagram?
It's
Facebook?
official apparel. I think that's his Instagram page. It's on there. But if I ain't wearing him, I'm wearing Suds, or I'm wearing Sleepers for the Rich, like, that's just what I do.
Yeah.
That's just what I do. But yeah,
Oh.
very much so.
Okay. Now, were you always because I know I was pro-black from a young age when my pops had put me on to the history and culture of who we are and explain to me what I was gonna come into as a boy growing into a black man and what to expect. So I always had that mind state even as a 6-year-old kid to the point where I'm on the playground. These motherfuckers talking about Saturday morning cartoons, and I'm talking about a goddamn government conspiracy like the Tuskegee experiment, freaking everybody out. You know what I mean? So I was always on this shit. So when did you come into the light? You know what I'm saying? Of how shit works around here.
I think I was more comfortable coming out with it. Like I say, when the whole what they call your walk, your
The road to Damascus moment. Is
I
that what it
guess,
is? Okay.
whatever. So it's like growing up in Cedar Grove, but Christian around all these blacks, like, and that's another thing. Regardless, it's like it's always this turn this other cheek. Oh, they're good people. Which, and I'm not. There are some anti-some people that are good people. But for the most part, I grew up in a community or in the hood that was actually community. But at the end of the day, I also seen these other people that walk in and people go from, oh, girl, what's up, to, okay, yes, so it's just like, well, what was that about? So I didn't understand it, but I fell in line. Hey, it is what it is. Fake it till you make it type of thing. But as far as being how I am now, I grew into with reading and learning stuff or whatever. I went through the anger phase, like, I was like, fuck everybody.
Right.
I'm still like that, but I tolerate.
Gotcha. Now, the one thing I really want to highlight, and I'm glad you're here, as a black woman, as a sister, I really want to have this discussion, this open, honest discussion. And whatever your take may be, I'm going to love you for it. I'm going to respect you for it. You said it all the time. Okay, now, the aftermath of the Gayle King and the Kobe Bryant debacle, you know what I mean? How it went from Gayle asking a question that everybody agrees that she shouldn't have fucking asked, you know what I'm saying, given the recency of the situation. And then that spilled over, of course, Snoop Dogg said what he said. And then somehow, and I asked her the same question, somehow the topic became black women aren't protected and black men don't protect black women, and this is a clear example. Now, what's your take on it?
I feel very much protected by the black man. I'm not going. Have I came across fuck boys who? Let me go back. The most hurt and pain I have received have been from a brother. Even with that being said, I got nothing but love for my brother because I know everybody isn't the same, and I have been through some shit, like real talk, like to the point people be like, yeah, I probably would have had to off myself. I'm talking about like some real deal shit, you know what I'm saying? But everybody is not the same, just like I wasn't the same I was a couple of years ago, whatever. So first of all, I haven't heard anybody seen that not on my timeline, because I would have chimed in. But so they're saying they don't feel protected because of what Snoop said?
Yeah, they're saying Snoop, like websites.
He called out her line, out her name, or call her a bitch, but
right. Well, there's groups on Facebook where they post different articles from these websites, and one of the articles that I'm referring to was I think the headline read something like Gayle King is the criticism of Gayle King is an example of how unprotected black women are. And I didn't even.
No, she deserved everything she got.
I agree.
She deserved that.
Right.
Like, for real, because, bringing it up, he was acquitted of it or whatever, but what did they have to do for that conversation, and was she doing it for whatever? Now, mind you, I'm saying that, But I outed my story about what happened to me, and the guy was deceased. But that was my story. It wasn't me talking to somebody else about two other people that were not there.
Okay.
That was my personal. Somebody asked me about it.
Forgive me for having to ask, but I didn't hear about that. What's that story?
I was in school, and a guy who was older than me, he sexually assaulted me in school. Yeah,
Wow.
in a soundproof music room, and yeah, and
What grade was this?
It was a Kettle Middle Magnet. I was in the
Wow.
Yeah. I was in middle school. I was in middle school in the music hall. I remember like it was yesterday. And then I found out he passed away. And somebody had said something. Matter of fact, my mom called me. And she was like, "You all right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm all right. I heard." I said, "But, still, fuck him." Like, but my mom was a Christian. So it was just like, and I told her, like, I had to look my accuser straight across the table. They're adults. There were adults that knew everything, and all the adults are black men, my black mama, the principal from Captain Tree, the principal from Cattle Middle Magnet, and the superintendent. So everybody know about what happened and what went on, because he went to school bragging about it. But I had to look my attacker in the face and be like, "I forgive you." You know why? Because if you don't forgive him, God ain't gonna forgive you down the road. You got, you seek forgiveness, you got to talk. Literally. And this motherfucker never said, he never said nothing.
He never asked for no forgiveness.
No! But I had to forgive him to move on, because his daddy was a preacher, and he had went through some similar stuff with his older son, and it was just, oh my gosh, hurting the family. But I'm like, what the fuck about me? Like, what the fuck? Like, for years, it affected my sexual relationships. In the middle, I just, you know what? Even to this day, like, whoo, bless you, Pastor. But I just be like, I met him. I was like, say, this is. But I wanted to try something different. But like, they didn't think about like. It fucked with me, and I came out with it on Facebook, and people I went to school was like, we didn't fucking know, like, what the fuck? And then it was young ladies, because as he moved on in life, he was involved with the school system or whatever, who literally, he was like, "I know you're not lying, because this happened to me and my friend.
Wow.
I remember the car, I remember this, whatever." And so, of course, his wife came on there, and it was what it was. We went to bed. She was a man box. So I was like, "Bitch, meet me up." I'm like, "Shit, you gonna find me pissing on your husband, Gray. That's what I'm gonna be." Like, I was so for real, because it's just like, people that knew about it was like, "How you doing? How you feeling?" And, I'm like, the fuck him. Like, you should have went to him and talked to him. What the
about fucking what?
So you telling me somebody that done literally raped me sexually, however you want to fucking put it, I need to go out and seek him out and be like, "Let me just tell you how much you hurt my life"? No, fuck that. Did that motherfucker think about it? No. So it's just like, why? But it's that church community or whatever. But the only reason I don't appreciate it with Gail is because she wasn't interviewing Kobe. She wasn't talking to his accuser.
Right.
Neither parties were there. Bitch, no, you wrong.
Right.
You go catch them words in the backlash. Like, I don't apologize for shit. There's only one person I publicly apologized to Facebook with, and I'm saying is now I take that shit back. Because initially, when I felt something, I'm a very spiritual person. I pick up on vibes. I can call somebody on the phone. My homegirl would call me and be like, she's like, "Hey girl," I'm like, "Nah, what's up?" And it weirds them out. And somebody reached out to me through my inbox or whatever, and I heard about your story and da-da-da, and she just went into what happened. I'm like, "Bitch, who the fuck are you?" Like, literally, and I was with Pastor, I was like, hold up. I was like, nah, like, I felt it. And then when I put it out there on Facebook, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, no, Carla, no, not her. And everybody was just begging me, calling me, inboxing me. And I was like, you know what, all right, now apologize. And guess what? Boom. Come to find out, she had a fucking agenda. She wanted me to do this. And I get that a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, whatever. I'm like, no. But Yeah. Nah.
I got you.
Nah.
I got you.
So yeah, she did that is wrong for this shit. Like for
Right, and like I said, I didn't like how it played out. How it went from a woman who clearly fucked up and knew she was fucking up in the midst of her fucking up, and somehow the discussion now is this whole gender divide where it's black men versus black women. Like, how the fuck did we get here?
Because I fucks with Michelle Obama, but if she said that Mr. Weinstein was such a great guy, like, bitch, wait, what? Like, no.
Right.
Do you not know? Like, I get it, and I get they trying to say, oh, whatever, but no, bring out them or whatever. Because I even said, I'm going to flip it, and I started talking about Elvis Presley and everybody else.
Thank
like,
you.
no,
Just
like, no, we
Jerry Lee Lewis. You know
we finna do this.
Right.
That's what y'all want to do. This what we finna do.
Right.
Shit, you want to bring them out? We go bring them out
Right.
too. Like,
all their heroes that they hold up, like Woody Allen, you know
all of them,
raising pussy in his house,
all of them.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, damn, I'm like, shit. You know what, babe? That's what y'all want. That's what y'all finna get. I'm gonna return that same motherfucking energy. So just get ready, cause it's coming.
Right. And all I'm saying is, you know, to the sisters, you know what I'm saying, I love y'all. You know what I'm saying, I will put my life on the line for y'all with no hesitation. You know, I think what it is, it like it goes back to what you said earlier when you said, you know, black men have hurt you, you know what I'm saying, the most. And my response to that is I acknowledge that, I apologize for that. And it's also a thing of proximity. Of course, you know what I'm saying, because it's like crime, you know, with black on black crime. Of course, we're going to be the ones to inflict, you know, crime because we're right here.
That's
so,
just like in the trailer park.
Right.
Look, meth heads go
exactly
meth
right. So who else is gonna hurt you the most because of proximity?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is, you know, what a lot of sisters watching this is, you know, just recognize that. Just recognize the proximity of it. You know what I'm saying? I understand y'all are hurting, you know what I'm saying? Y'all need time to heal and all that, but everybody ain't against you, you know what I'm saying?
And I get that.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
And I get that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it should be accountability on both sides.
And that's what it like. And I think I told the brother the other day, I did a post and he said something. I was like, look, brother, I say, I know I didn't do it. I said, but I'm sorry. Like, and I guess I love the black man anyway. And I seen, even though I grew up in you know, my mom, whatever, that my daddy is my granddaddy. Mm-hmm. Like, me really being transparent, I had a conversation with my biological father, and I'm trying not to even cry, because this shit hurt me to the fucking core. I had a conversation with him and we was talking, and I was like, you know, I've been through this or whatever. My dad had passed away with my granddaddy, and he was like, yeah, people calling me, telling me, oh, you dead? I said, well, shit, if they fucking called you answer the phone, they should have told them, what was up. I said, furthermore, don't nobody even know you my goddamn daddy. Like, what the fuck? Like, what's up? So we was talking or whatever, and I was like, I just want to know, like, why? This man told me, he said, it wasn't your mama. She didn't keep me away from you. You know, now your mama invited me. We could be around anything. I was like, you know, because I was thinking, did my mama do something? Like, what did I do? Whatever. This dude said, I chose to stay out of your life. My own father. Wow. The motherfucker that planted the seed in my mama, who is a Jesus motherfucker. He told me, I chose not to be in your life. And it wasn't even because of your mama. Your mama was great. I had to do it to protect me. Protect you from what?
So he was in the church?
He was in the church.
Okay.
And now, you know, and he calling now, and it's just like, I went through the process of literally trying to take his name off my birth certificate, but Louisiana got some fucked up laws. A Catholic minister got to do it, all this other kind of bullshit or whatever. Because my thing was, you chose to side my life, okay, and I'm gonna keep you there. Because growing up black or southern, whatever, you know, but at the end of the day, that's your mama, that's your daddy. No, if you toxic, goddamn it, you toxic. If you're not good for me, you're not good for me. And dude not good for me. He just not. I get a life insurance policy in his name because you didn't take care of me while I was living. So unfortunately, when you transition, I know that may seem heartless, but it is what it is. But you told me, he literally told me I chose to stay out your life. So it's like, I mean, that is to me is the most deepest
Yes.
kind of fucking hurt.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
it's just like, okay.
And one thing I want to add in is we need to accept the fact that it's perfectly healthy and all right to cut people off.
It's okay, you motherfucker.
And stop
Hey.
teaching people this bullshit of we gotta forgive and forget.
Forgive and forget.
You know what I'm saying? That's
That's
toxic.
That's just brother.
Right.
No, if it's,
Right.
I mean, and some people may think, you know, that I'm toxic with my patients. I've heard that, oh, you just negative. I'm like, how can the truth be negative? The way it make you feel, the way it
Right.
convicts you can have a negative,
Right.
you know, impact on you. I say, but the truth can never be negative.
Right.
It can never be.
Like Busy Bone said, we can't speak the truth. Let's not say nothing at all.
So it's just like, you know, but even with that hurt, and I'm not hurt, like, I mean, that hurt you fucking righty me. Like, that was like,
Right.
like, like, I literally, that fucked me up. It did. And I called my sisters and brothers. I was like, look, I love y'all. I still fucks with y'all. That's that. Don't ask me about whatever. Don't, if you call you, ask you about me, like, no. Like, just don't. Like, respect me enough. And let's just, y'all can continue to have relationships with him. I still love you. You know, y'all can do whatever with him, whatever, but that's not for me. And so they understood. So it's just like, whatever. We call and talk to each other, and that be that. They don't bring up his name. They may bring up the name with them, but not with me, because they already know, like, And I had to make that decision. It was for my sanity. Like,
Right.
but I still love the black man.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
still believe in the black man. I still believe in black love. I'm telling the white men now, hey, ain't nothing that y'all can do. Like, it ain't nothing.
Yes, ma'am. I'm
It's
saying that to
nothing.
the white women. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, it's nothing. They can. I think that's the most beautiful thing, like, ever. Like,
Absolutely.
I don't care. And then, you know, like, a lot of people like, oh, because they look at me or they may know something, and that's why I say can't nobody ever like out me technically, because I'll be the first one to be like, yeah, I did this back in the day. Like, I had it live, and the girl's like, fuck you, you a hoe, you fuck my baby dad. I was like, no, I ain't fuck your baby daddy. I fucked your daddy. It wasn't your baby daddy, but that's me.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
Because, like, dog, I'm not gonna get on here and fake like I've never did nothing wrong in their eyes. I'm like, I did it. One night stand, we was together, whatever.
Right.
But you're not gonna allow me, and I'm gonna live in my truth regardless. Like, nope, I did that, yep. So it goes back to, I just love black. Blackity black. Like,
black,
it is
black.
what it is, and can't nobody. And I got some very beautiful hearted friends of another race, and I just have to tell them. And I literally joke with them like, bro, you know you get that from your fucking ancestors. You just so big. I'm like, bro, you know you get that from your ancestors. Okay, tuck that back in and
Yes.
find the back of you, okay?
Yes.
And that's just that. But I mean, it's nothing. You know, I love black love. I love healing the black man. Like, we all got our shit. We all got baggage. We all got shit that we deal with in the world every day. But I will say this, and I will say this until the end of times. When it comes to the black man, that is the only creature on earth that is not able to live in their fullness.
Thank
Y'all
you.
can't cry.
Thank you.
Y'all can't show emotions.
Thank
Y'all
you.
can't be mad. Y'all can't be angry. Y'all can't be none of this because y'all are animals. Y'all are thugs, whatever.
Right.
And I fucking hate this shit. It's like I fucking hate it because my brother, he grew up being able to show when he, you know, he hurt shit. I'ma cry. He cried. Don't fucking go be a man. We ain't do that shit. No, you have an emotion. But black men they grow up and no, you a man, nigga.
Right.
And then when they grow up, they done held all this shit and suppressed all this shit
Shit
inside,
got
and they
muscle
blow the
got
fuck up.
right.
Now, oh, you're an animal. Oh, you're no. This is. I mean, that's the little boy in him. He's never been able to live healthy and just express himself. Like, no. So I want y'all to cry. I want y'all to. If y'all hurt, y'all hurt. Hug each other more, brother. I love you. It ain't no gay shit. That's enough. I fucking hate that. No, you love your homeboy, mother. Goddamn it, I love you, bro. Come here, dap me up, hug me, whatever. Like, it's totally fucking normal and it's okay. Everything don't belong to the rainbow people.
Right.
Like, I get it, and because I fucks with them too. But at the end of the day, you're not finna say, "Oh, nigga, you soft, you weak," because you show emotion. Then we get mad, be like, because I tell Pastor, you emotions, like, what the fuck? I don't get like, bruh. Talk to me, you can cry, you can do whatever. Like,
right.
I encourage that shit. Like, it's not healthy. And y'all be sitting there just
Right.
the world on y'all shoulder. You got to take care of this, you take care of that. You got to be a man for this. You got to be a man for that. Because you a sorry ass nigga. No, fuck that. I got emotions too, said the black man. And goddamn it, y'all fucking show it. I'm sorry. Straight up. You're so silly.
Sister, I love the fuck out of you.
I love you too.
I really do. I really do.
I love you too.
We gotta do this again, seriously.
Got
You know what I'm saying?
to.
We gotta
Got
do this
to.
again, you know what I mean?
Maybe on my podcast.
Yes, absolutely. And I definitely want to shout this brother out right here, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, love to you, brother. Man, love to you, man. Good meeting you, man. So is this the famous pastor that we keep hearing about? That's pastor. Well, amen. Praise the Lord, brother.
Probably gonna have praise and worship.
But seriously, sister, man, I really appreciate you coming down. Thank you so much. And I just see the world opening up for you and your bubbly personality, man, and yo.
I be telling people I'm real.
Yes. Your no home bars attitude, like I just see you just going so high, in whatever it is you choose to do. Wow. So I can't wait for that podcast. And yes, I want to be one of the first people to come on. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Just let me know when and where, and I'm there for real.
I might have to call him use his spot.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm serious. I seriously want to be on there because you gonna do numbers, man. For
you
real.
think so?
You gonna do numbers, seriously.
Everybody keeps telling me that. Here's when it comes to that, I'm a big promoter of my people, but I got to learn how to turn it around and internalize that.
Right.
Because I be like coming up and thinking with stuff, and I call other people like, "Hey, do this," and they're like, "Thank you, but why are you?" I'm like, but I guess when I see it and believe it, and I guess that's my biggest fear. What if not, or whatever? So I'm gonna have to jump out there,
Just take
believe
the plunge,
in my God
man.
self even more when it comes to that, and just do it.
Just take the plunge, man. Like I said, you're gonna do numbers, man. I don't see
Wow,
I don't see it going any other way. You're gonna do numbers, man. But once again, welcome to the 100 Talk. I hope you had a good time.
I did.
I hope it was a good presentation. Okay, appreciate it, brother. All right, so as customary here at the 100 Talk, I'm done talking. This is your time between you and the people. Whatever you want to lay on, it's all on you.
What I want to lay on y'all? I don't know, just love. That's it. I can't express that enough. Like, please, we have to start loving each other. I don't care if you're Christian, Hebrew, if you, especially now with the climate now, it's all about, this gay thing, especially with Dwayne Wade. Like, I don't care what you do in your bedroom. Dog, if you black, I fucking love you.